that the question, as the Rebbe understood it, was a question of Oid Yosef Chai, with a question mark. Is Yosef still alive? Yosef means the Rebbe. The Rebbe meant the Friedrich Rebbe, whose name happens to be Yosef. But that was the issue. Oid Yosef Chai. Ha-oid Avi Chai. Is my father still alive? And the story of the Svarim, from the Rebbe's vantage point, was the question of Oid Yosef Chai. Is Yosef still alive? And then the Danotzach is a statement without a question. Oid Yosef Chai. Yosef is still alive. He's the king in all of the world, all of Egypt. And the parsha of Tuesday, which was Chamisha Teves, it finishes, Vatachi Ruach Yankov Aviyim. Yankov Avinu finds out that Yosef HaTzadik is still alive. Says Rashi, Shor Salov Ruach HaKodesh. It says in Chazal, says in Rashi, that when a tzaddik is depressed, he loses his Ruach HaKodesh. Because Eina Simcha Sheira Elo B'Tech Simcha, Eina Shechina Sheira Elo B'Tech Simcha, the Shechina rests when there is joy. 22 years, Yankov Avinu lost his Ruach HaKodesh because he didn't know the situation with Yosef. And when he finds out that Yosef HaTzadik is still alive, Rashi says in the Chitas of Tuesday of this week that in Mem Zayin, Hey Teves was on a Tuesday, Vatchi Ruach Yankov Avinu, the spirit of Yankov Avinu comes to life, says Rashi, Shor Salov Ruach HaKodesh. So when you think about that in relationship with us, and the Rebbe spoke about it, the Rebbe said, Vatchi Ruach Yankov Avinu. He didn't say, hey, I got back my Ruach HaKodesh, I don't know what it means. A Rebbe loses his Ruach HaKodesh. I don't know what it means. The Rebbe gets his Ruach HaKodesh back. But this is certain that the Rebbe connected the victory of the Danotzach to the V'chi Ruach Yankov Avinu. So the question was, Ha'oid Avi Chai, is Yosef HaTzadik still alive? And the answer was, Oid Yosef Chai. What was the bridge between the question and the answer? The bridge between the question and the answer is Yankov Avinu loy meis. Yankov Avinu doesn't die. Why Yankov Avinu loy meis? Ma zare b'chayim avhu b'chayim. If his children are still alive, he's still alive. This is the story of Chamisha B'Teves in a nugget, where someone comes along and says, if Friedrich ever passed away, that was over, finished, no more. And the Rebbe says, what are you talking about? He's more alive today than he was 35 years ago. And the Satcha Keneged says, what do you mean? I was by the Levaya. And the Rebbe says, and when you saw the Rebbe's goof, you saw the Rebbe? You know what a Rebbe is? A Rebbe's whole Metzias is a Lakus and Ruchnias. And as long as the Hasidim go in the ways of the Rebbe lives. So the question is, is the Friedrich Rebbe still alive? Meaning, are we going in the ways of the Friedrich Rebbe? And the answer is, Oid Yosef Chai, he's absolutely alive. Why? Because Ma'azari B'chayim, Ma'afu B'chayim. As long as Chassidim go in the ways of the Rebbe lives. I have a Mistagdish cousin who gets very nervous about the fact that we talk about the Rebbe being Mashiach. So someone made a terrible mistake of telling him to come and ask me what I thought about it. I remember his face dropping when I answered him. He said, why would you think Rebbe's Mashiach? He said, yeah, every Chazim is Mashiach. Yeah, but maybe it could be somebody else. Maybe it could be David HaMelech. So I gave him a very simple answer. I said, listen, it's so many years since Gimel Tammuz. Like, how many years since Gimel Tammuz? It's 22 years plus since 28 years plus since Gimel Tammuz, yeah? If the Rebbe's influence in the world would stop, I would agree with your question. But the Rebbe's influence in the world is growing. Every year it's more. This is why Chassidim say the Rebbe's Mashiach as opposed to David HaMelech or the Baal Shem Tov or the Rambam. Because the Rebbe is living on earth. You see it b'metzias. That's the difference. Now I don't want to talk about the Rebbe being Mashiach, it's not my subject for this morning. But that's the pshat in the Sfarim. That the Taina was Friedrich Rebbe passed away. And the Rebbe's answer was, Friedrich Rebbe passed away? I see more life now than I saw 30 years ago. And guess what? Just to play a game of Dersh Rishumis, there were 36 years between when the Rebbe became Rebbe and the critic of the Svarim and the Danotzach, and it's 36 years since the Danotzach until now. It's exactly 36 years. Every year the Rebbe is more living. And the story of the Svarim is that the life of a Rebbe is defined by Ruchnias. So this is the end of my Ruchnias Dika pitch.